Inec declares that Tinubu scored over 25% in the FCT. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post hot juicy news updates. Please click on the notification bell. The Independent National Electoral Commission, Inec, has told the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, PEPT, that the President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu met the constitutional requirement of scoring 25% in the FCT to be declared winner of the February 25th presidential election. The candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, in paragraphs 80, 81 and 82, told the tribunal to notify the emergence of Tinubu on the grounds that he was not duly elected by a majority of a lawful vote cast at the election. Our contention is that an election to the position of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the determination of the outcome will not only be based on the count of votes for each candidate, but will also follow the guidelines set out in Section 133 and 124 of the 1999 Constitution. It quotes, and it says, and I quote, "To be declared the winner, a candidate must have received the highest number of votes in the election, have obtained at least 1/4 of the vote cast in each of at least 2/3 of all the states in the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, and not have been previously declared or returned as elected. We are specifically relying on the results announced by Inec for the FCT, Abuja." In their response, Inec said Tinubu met the constitutional requirement, including scoring 25% in the FCT. We admit page 80 and 81, but wish to clarify that because there were more than 2 candidates contesting the election, a winner can only be declared a winner if they receive the highest number of votes cast and have at least 1/4 of the votes cast in each of at least 2/3 of the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. We dispute the other claims made in page 81 of the petition and affirmed that Tinubu not only received the highest number of lawful votes cast, but also had at least 1/4 of the votes cast in each of at least 2/3 of all the states in the Federation and the FCT, Abuja. As such, Tinubu was rightfully declared and returned as elected. Regarding paragraph 82 of the petition, which states that Tinubu, who satisfied the constitutional requirement to be declared the winner of the election, was duly declared as such, and therefore a second election is not necessary in this instance. Also, the All Progressive Congress in their response insisted that their candidates met requirements to be declared winner, but never said their candidates scored 25% in the FCT. In response to page 80 of the petition, we state that the result of the election which returned Tinubu as the elected president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria was ascertained and confirmed after counting of lawful votes of each of the candidates. We further state that the election and the return of Tinubu as the elected president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria followed the provisions of Section 133 and 134 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. We admit paragraph 81 of the petition only to the extent that the presidential election was contested by more than 2 candidates and that a winner shall be declared only if it scores the highest number of votes cast at the election and has not less than 1/4 of the votes cast at the election in each of at least 2/3 of all the states in the Federation and the FCT, Abuja. We state that Tinubu scored majority of lawful votes cast at the presidential election and satisfied the constitutional requirement and first sold across the Federation and was duly declared and returned as the elected president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Tinubu and Shetima in their response denied the claim by Obi and challenged him to provide evidence that they did not score the majority of the lawful votes cast. On the issue of scoring 25% of the votes in the Federal Capital Territory, Tinubu and Shetima said it is not mandatory. We deny the claims made in paragraphs 81 and 82 of the petition and challenge the petitioner to provide evidence to support the allegations. We argue that the petitioner's interpretation of Section 133 and 134 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, is incorrect and contrary to clear the wording and intent of these provisions and the Constitution as a whole. We contend that Section 133 of the Constitution is irrelevant in this case, since Labour Party and Obi themselves have shown there were more than 2 candidates at the election. Furthermore, the respondents Furthermore, the respondent states that Nigeria's democratic process does not rely on electoral college jurisprudence, particularly with regards to the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. The respondent also refuted the petitioner's claim that a candidate must obtain 25% of the vote cast in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, to be validly elected as President of Nigeria. Abuja Press recalls that Tinubu scored 90,902 votes, which represent approximately 20% of the vote, while Abubakar of the People Democratic Party scored 74,195 votes, which represents 16% of the votes. The Labour Party candidate Peter Obi won in the FCT with 281,717 votes, which represents 61%. The PEPT is set to commence hearing on the 8th of May 2023. Now, this kind of thing, I want to hear. You accuse me, I come outside and defend myself. P2B, you accuse P2B, and this is what I want to do. By now, I think some go don't go far by now. But maybe they watch this movie where Inec, APC, and the judiciary they watch. I keep saying this is not only the tribunal. To me, this is also the trial of the tribunal, as in the trial of the judiciary. Make them no fall into the trap what they don't set for them. Make them make sure say justice is really upheld.
And if people notice, they're coming now to give reply to these things after how many weeks? They don't find places that they go use cover up. Anyway, it is okay, Sha. They don't find that they go use cover up. That is how it happens in this kind of my lord, my eye. You don't clean all the evidence. That is why we are even saying why this thing never starts. Well, I keep saying we do watch this movie. Let the judiciary not forget that it is also on trial. The people of Nigeria are looking at in fact, the judiciary now be the key. What's it called? The very important what's it called? Body where they look at. We won't know whether the judiciary, whether they still get any atom of justice and any atom of, or should I say, molecule of power to fight back against the injustice being done. Make them no make mistake about this one. Make them no make mistake. All right. Magicians have written from Inec. Tinubu scored 25% in Abuja. Somebody said, nah, juju. They don't use juju. Make them be possible. That is why I keep saying, I will keep repeating it. I didn't say don't start this thing since. No people therefore not get time. They don't find the way they go use my but they don't brainstorm on the lies where they go bring out and go back clean evidences. But most of the watch. You people can see that whenever these two fall in white man's trap, they deal with them without mercy. A case of study of Ibori and Ekweremadu and Tinubu for future is inclusive. Alright, on this note, you've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.